I think they lost time.
You go first, Ziggy. 3 random. You go first. You're not going last. You don't give a fuck what you did last. Go.
What you mean?
That's why you're away. Go.
And now just a so what you mean?
Bro, go, bro. Jets.
Hold up. Whoa.
Green Bay.
What you mean?
Still.
Don't know what you think compare me to
Saints. Falcons. I ain't gotta go no more.
Adrenaline popping, the blood will be leaking and running. Yeah.
Keep it work. Take it.
I do what I do. I don't care if you like it or love it.
You don't want this right. Hey, what's gonna be your excuse, nigga? I got the Falcons.
I got a new girl. Wait. You tell that I'm the pick and I want my money in hundreds. I'm tired of living on the edge. I'm
just making sure.
They gon' call the feds. I just want to cost an arm and leg. My mama told me take it back and get a job instead. Where's your common sense?
I'm just making sure you got no excuse. You got an equally good team.
Yeah. Born in the ghetto, I never had nothing to fear. Take it how you want it. I ain't famous like I want it, so I might just throw a hissy fit. Call up Cassie after she broke up with Diddy, yeah. I told Shorty if she talking, she gon' call her friends up and we did, whoa. I ain't in the talking, go chop off your lips. If I ain't in your top 10, go top off a bridge. My black boys, I got boys that knock off your lid. I thought y'all gon' pop on, so hop off my.
You got another cigar?
What you mean?
You got another cigar?
I said, what you mean?
Huh?
Listen,
so
I don't trust her. So, no, I said, what you mean? Whoa. I said, what you mean? You thought it was finished. You thought it was over. You thought it was time.
Hello, everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. Today, there's going to be a pair of wide receivers looking to make big plays on the field. It's Brown Steelers going up against Jones's Falcons.
All right, we appreciate it, Larry. It's our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. A moment ago, here was the scene. The Falcons coming out from their tunnel to the roar of all the folks here in Atlanta. We're ready for football as these Falcons get set to match up with Ben Roethlisberger and the Pittsburgh Steelers. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll get it up just past the 20, and his guys.
Fucked up. You know what? Get it. She called me so scared. Baby watching the TV here. I can play a game on the TV here. Hold on, Ziggy. Put this shit on. Hold on, bro. me see, City Girl. I'm gonna have to come here with you in a little while. Don't touch it. I'm gonna leave my handprint on you. You good? I know. Give me got shot. Give me got shot. Give me that. Give me that. Nigga, give me got shot. You ready, nigga? Okay, Google. Play J. Cole, K.O.D.
Okay, playing J. Cole, K.O.D. full album on YouTube.
Okay, Google. Play J. Cole, ATM.
Okay, playing J. Cole, ATM on YouTube.
We'll go to work at the 21-yard line.
Now I gotta cut that TV down, son. Okay, Google, turn it up.
Now the first carry for Le'Veon Bell. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1. If these kinds of lanes are available, you have to feel like he's going to have a pretty big game on the ground.
Yeah, you can tell early on he's got a little burst in his step, and that's a big pickup right there on first down.
Shift together here from the D-line. Again, it's Bell. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. They'll lose a yard, and it brings up 3rd.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt, I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
Now, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. An early test. 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. It's Roethlisberger. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Robert Alford. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
Well, someone just made a house call, and his name is Robert Alford. You remember that name, don't you, partner?
Seen him on the biggest of stages, picking off Tom Brady in Super Bowl 51.
Yeah, took it all the way back for a touchdown, then gave his team a 21-3 lead. They didn't hold it, but that was a mammoth play.
That was a mammoth play, and what we just saw was a mammoth play. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. Before the offense changes hands here, let's look back at the Super Bowl February 5th. What a game. I know you were there calling it offensively, though. Impressive on both sides.
It certainly was, and let's face it, if you're in Minnesota, it's cold outside, but you talk about the offenses, they heated up in a big way. And how about Nick Foles? The backup quarterback turned MVP, 373 yards, 3 touchdowns, and, of course, the big one receiving on the Philly special.
Quite a story. And as you and I were talking about off air, it was just a fluid game. Not a lot of penalties, just really clean play.
Exactly the type of game the NFL needed for the audiences at home watching the game and, of course, people in attendance. A really well-played game.
And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a first down.
Absolutely love the run right there. This guy's known for his quickness, but also for his speed, and he's able to get to the second level almost before you blink if you give him any type of blocking. Always talk about slot receivers, and they're usually known as quicker than fast. In this case, we've got a guy who's quick and fast, and he used it to great advantage.
Okay, Google, turn it down.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs. And they'll keep it on the ground with Bell. And the hole closes quickly. He gets it across the 35 to the 36-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, he was looking for some running room, and there wasn't a whole lot of it there on that play. I think he was lucky to get a couple of yards out of it because those defenders, they were rallying to the football pretty quickly.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up second down here. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
This team is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. It came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the shotgun, it's Roethlisberger. Bryant with a catch right side. And he's got the first down as he's up to the 45-yard line. The Steeler first down, Roethlisberger to Bryant.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that
first.
wasn't the first option.
No, not that. It came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag, completed it very well.
And he'll be brought down at the 50 after a gain of about 5.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Clock rolling as we hit the midway point of this first quarter. From midfield now, here's Roethlisberger. Steps away to his left. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Roethlisberger Going up top. And incomplete. He can't hang on. Would have been a nice catch. Instead, it brings up a 4th down.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. On 4th down, here comes the Steeler punter Jordan Berry to kick it away. Back deep, Taylor Gabriel.
You got to mix it up. You're going to get to see that. You're going to throw that. And you got to...
And a nice job here to down this one right on the 5-yard line. And not great starting field position here for the offense. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. Time running out here on the play clock. They'll run for the first time with Devontae Freeman. Nice move on the play, but he will be brought down shy of the 15. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short. Ryan now off the bootleg. He completes it to Julio Jones. A phrase we said a lot last year, Ryan to Jones for a Falcon 1st down. So there on that play, offensively, they ran the crossing route. Defense was in zone coverage, so as a former DB, how tough is it to defend that?
It's really difficult because your natural inclination is to chase the receiver and maybe leave your zone. So you have to have discipline in order to talk to your other coverage guys and let him know that that receiver's crossing from your zone to the next zone. He's coming your way. Make sure you have him. And then when the ball is actually thrown, secure the tackle. When they're moving on crossing routes, if you miss a tackle, it usually results in a big play.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. They'll bring the tight end in motion right. This is Freeman on 1st and 10. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held them to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And they still need 8 yards for the first here on 2nd down. From midfield now, here's Ryan. Going down the middle, and it's complete. And they're able to get this one down to the 25. That one goes for 24 yards.
Okay, Google.
Alongside Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, it's the Falcons in possession to begin quarter number 2. And they're on the move here. They've got it 1st and 10.
Instrumentals, 2018. That play is killing you, dude.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Ryan on the handoff. It's Freeman. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. That's going to go as a loss of 4, and it'll be 2nd down.
I'd say the staff that's up in the booth watching the game, they may want to file that one away. See how fast the free safety closed to make that play? Might want to check into a throw the next time.
Come on. You didn't see that touchdown? Nigga be playing. They ain't playing fair. Fuck whoever, bro. Taking off like a jet. Taking off like a jet. I'm fucking no stress. So you niggas been blessed.
Now Ryan on second down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Cody Sensible. And he'll take it all the way up near the 30-yard line. CD, I want to get your thoughts on some potential free agents this offseason before we change the possession here. Now, caution, many of these guys could be re-signed, I know, but who are some of them? Kirk Cousins is one.
Yeah, we're talking about difference makers. Kirk Cousins at the quarterback position. He's going to be coveted around the league by quarterback-needy teams. Case Keenum had a big year. Could he move? But how about running backs? Le'Veon Bell, Dion Lewis, some pass catchers, Jimmy Graham, Jarvis Landry, Sammy Watkins. And about the guy who goes and gets quarterbacks, DeMarcus Lawrence had a monster year for Dallas last season.
Yeah, a lot of big names that could be out there as free agents.
Lil Wayne of the North.
They'll start the drive with a carry by Bell. And a little spin cycle. Room to run now. And he finally goes down at the 23-yard line. It's a big run that time by Bell. 48 yards on the ground.
When I piss in your face, let it show you hard. Let it show you hard. I'm a nigga go to the door to eat hard.
They'll go again with Bell. He's to the 10, and he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Le'Veon Bell, a 23-yard run. And the Steelers are an extra point away from tying this thing up. It's good, and we're all tied at 7 apiece.
You run the play, you ain't never did, but that's a play you ain't never run. You're trying to throw him out there. You should have did a touchdown. I should have been to the touchdown.
So a tie ball game here as the kick's away. This is taken at the 3. And a nice job there as he gets this one up just shy of the 35-yard line at the 34. So the football switching hands here in just a second. And, you know, Tom Brady, just to go off on a tangent for a second, may have lost the Super Bowl, but third MVP this past season, and what he did at age 40, really something, right, Charles?
Absolutely phenomenal. Ended up beating out Todd Gurley, the running back for the Los Angeles Rams. But he would have traded it for a Super Bowl win, don't you think? How about this? The last 9 NFL MVPs to play in the Super Bowl that same season.
Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Falcons. Devontae Freeman, 66 yards. And the Falcons have taken the lead. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. I want to give a hat tip real quick, Charles, to J.J. Watt before the possession switches here. Walter Payton, NFL Man of the Year, and they totaled up how much he helped raise for hurricane relief, $37 million.
Incredible. Hurricane Harvey, which really hit the Houston area in a big way, and his original goal was $200,000. So congratulations to J.J. Watt and all the people who participated. And Greg Olsen of the Panthers, Benjamin Watson of the Ravens, both tight ends, also nominated and finalists for the most prestigious award as determined by the NFL, the Walter Payton Man of the Year Award.
And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down. On second down, here's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Well, there was second long. Now it's third and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving them exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
So the sack, and now a third and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger forced out to his left. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him, and back-to-back sacks now bring up fourth and long.
Well, if an offense is going to throw the ball in this part of the field, any pass rusher will tell you that's his favorite part. Gets a chance to get after the quarterback. It's almost like a reverse red zone. They can create points using their defense, and this time they take their man down.
Here's Jordan Berry now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he's able to get it out of there, and this is a pretty good kick. Here's Jones.
Oh, come on, dude.
That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Falcons will be taking over first and 10. And before the possession switches here, I had written down that I wanted to talk about some of the awards this past season in the NFL. We know Brady was the MVP, but Todd Gurley, Offensive Player of the Year.
How about that for a bounce back? Many were questioning whether he'd had a sophomore slump the season before. Didn't even get to 1,000 yards. Was a dominant force in 2017. How about his teammate Aaron Donald on the defensive side? He took home Defensive Player of the Year award.
Yeah, very impressive. They had both sides of the ball. Sean McVay deserving, I think you would agree, of Coach of the Year.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, what he did for the Rams when they went from last in the league in scoring to leading the league in scoring and winning a division title. And how about the New Orleans Saints? Rookie of the Year, offense and defense. Alvin Kamara on offense, Marshawn Lattimore on defense.
From the midfield strike, they'll look to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And he'll go down inside the 45 before going out of bounds. Ryan finding Gabriel for the Falcon first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. They'll run it now out of the gun. A good move on the carry, but still brought down just inside the 40. It's a pickup of 3, and we have now arrived at the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. We're back to Atlanta right after this timeout. And the play clock running very low, so Dan Quinn decides to call for a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. On second down, Freeman. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. A fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Freeman. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Brandon, more and more offenses are going to the philosophy of using every inch of the field to try and spread things out. And when you're running back and catch the ball as well, that can only help your offense.
And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe. And they will move up by 10 now, 17-7. A little bit of a lower trajectory there on the deep kick, and it worked.
Had to do it because he had to drive it out low because of the length of the kick. Able to do that, got it above the defense and over the post.
Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Steelers offense gets ready to get back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll start out on the ground with Bell, and he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. And the Falcons going to use another timeout. So that means they're down to one remaining here as we head toward halftime.
Is that what that is? That shit hard. I ain't never. That's a hard play right there. I think that's a 3-6-5. That shit hard, bro. I ain't even trying to pick that up. I ain't gonna lie to you. Get your minutes. Get your minutes.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. And now we're going to get a timeout here called by the defense. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the Steelers on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Adrian Claiborne in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Here's Jordan Berry now as he's on to punt for Pittsburgh.
You have a left side.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Jones on the return. And now running right through it. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Falcons taking over on offense in just a second, and, you know, this year ended in disappointing fashion now. Last year was the ultimate version of heartbreak, but if you're a Falcon fan, this one was tough to swallow as well, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because let's be honest about it. Losing in the Super Bowl, I don't care how you lose, you're in the Super Bowl, you're playing for it all. This team was supposed to be as good or better. Ultimately ended up 10-6, found their way in the playoffs, but didn't get the deep run as they had the year before. So you're exactly right. For Falcons fans, that's a tough one. But this is a team that's built to be good for a long time.
So incomplete on first. Let's see what second down has in store. And the back goes into motion. 2nd and 10 now. Ryan looking downfield for Jones. This is caught inside the 15. A big play there just before halftime. 41 yards. Well, we know he's got the speed there. He needed the speed and the hands. A great catch.
And because of that speed, you have to respect it as a defender. So you have to either play off or make sure you're somehow in contact with him, and he's able to do exactly what you said. Use the speed to his advantage and go up and get the football. That's a big-time play right there.
Fucking penalty. Bucket. Hop up in the bucket. Too hot. You can never touch it.
And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards.
Stepping in my shoes, those are seconds. And I bring them out with effort. I'm trying to create others better.
Throwing again, Ryan. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Pressure, and that's certainly going to be a key to this game going forward. And that time, they were able to get in there and influence the throw. And remember, quarterbacks got to get rid of it. They don't have the tuck roll that they can fall back on anymore.
We will not do play. We don't want to feel it.
Third down here for the offense after the incomplete pass. Ryan will throw again. Now he's forced out right. He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down.
Well, partner, nothing comes open here, so he decides to escape out of there, and he doesn't pick up a first down, but he does gain additional yardage to set up a possible field goal attempt if they decide to go that route.
And the 42-year-old veteran's kick is up and good. And that will open the lead up now to 20-7. So no problems there with that one as they're able to put 3 up on the board.
Yeah, it's pretty much a winless night. There's only a very light breeze, so it's a perfect night for kickers. And like you say, no problems with that one.
Out comes the Steeler offense now, ready to see what they can do here. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Bell. Oh, he is really laid out that time. Knocked flat on his back, right on the 30-yard line. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break.
Right person.
Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And here now come the Falcons. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, I feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
It's still third quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Gabriel, the man in motion. Off the play fake to Freeman. It's Ryan. He'll rifle this one deep right side. It's caught inside the 25. A big play there. Ryan to Jones. 48 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game, you probably have to make some contested catches, right? Sometimes you have to go up and beat a defender for the football. He has that in his arsenal as well.
Showed it right there. And he's got 4 down inside the 20 to the 18.
Third quarter and you've got the lead. You're not ready to go into that 4-minute offense to close the game out, but a running game can really benefit your team right now.
Off the play fake. Here's Ryan. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking for Mohamed Sanu there, and it's third down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Third down, Ryan. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. So on fourth down, off goes Matt Ryan, and on is another Matt Bryant. This is just a 35-yard attempt from the left hash. And in his 15th season, he's able to get this one to go. And that will swell the lead to 16. So 3 field goals for him here, and this last one helps him stretch out the lead.
And he's been solid as usual. And this is what you need to do. Make sure you get points out of every possession. And so far, they've done a nice job of that.
This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. Now we take a glance at the offense as they work their way back out for their first possession of the second half. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. But sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. So they pick up the first down after the run, and now they approach for the fresh set. Roethlisberger with a give to Bell. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Call it a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12. Inside 4 minutes to go, third quarter. On second down, Roethlisberger. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. Grady Jarrett forcing his way through there to drop him for a loss of a good 10 yards.
No, you had me beat, though. You had me with No, you had me with
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. And the wideout in motion. Now Ben on 3rd and long. Flushed out right. And the pressure gets to him again.
My man, it's been a rough night for that offensive line, and it's only getting rougher. 5 sacks now that they've given up in this contest so far. It feels like the witching hour out here, doesn't it?
Okay, stupid question. What's the witching hour?
Yeah, the witching hour. That's when everything goes haywire late at night.
This is brought in at the 21. A very nice job on the run back there. He'll get 23 yards all told. And out will come the offense as they take over. First down, Ryan. Throw left side complete. It's Freeman. He had a great strong move, but he'll still be stopped shy of midfield. A gain of 4 on the play, and that'll make this a 2nd down. Play action. It's Ryan.
Oh, I knew he got.
And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's third down.
He wasn't expecting me to make that.
You're down 2 touchdowns. You just know defensively, you absolutely have to come up with a big play. That nearly was one right there.
Looked over at the sideline immediately after the drop and just saw the dejection. They felt it. They thought he had it. Unfortunately, couldn't come up with it. In motion is Austin Hooper. To throw on third down. Ryan. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because they nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
Here's Matt Bosher now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. And out of bounds, sailed over, looked like right near the pylon. This one's going to be perfect. Directional kicking at its finest, right down at the 1-yard line. And the Steelers set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
It's a big run that time by Bell. 41 yards. Possible run anticipation. Here's the D-line sandwiches together. Now a first down carry by Bell. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. A solid run on first down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Second down following the run. Now Roethlisberger going to hand to Bell. And he's got some space here. And he'll be taken down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Outside handoff to the right side. If you're a running back, you love getting the ball early so you have vision to see what's happening in front of you.
Right tackle likes that call. Big play for him, but don't forget about the guys you always tell me on the backside sealing off.
Well, they talk about cutoff blocks, making sure no one can leak from the backside that can run a play down.
Yeah, nobody leaked. Big play. They'll be brought down at the 21 after a pickup of 4.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. And this is caught at the 8. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Antonio Brown from 21 yards away. And the Steelers are able to close the gap just a bit. So they're going to go for 2. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And too much on that one. It's out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a 2-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving. Okay,
so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked so well.
Go to something else.
And maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Oh, ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder Artie Burns. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. The Steelers' offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. A lone second remains now in this third quarter. Now they'll try the sweep with Bell. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. Back now here on EA Sports. It's the Steelers with the football, but trailing here as we get going in quarter number 4. Now Roethlisberger to throw on second down. Out left side here to Bryant. A good pickup there of 22. And the defense with their backs against the wall a little bit here as the offense is in the red zone. They'll try the right side with Bell. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be second down. Now it's Roethlisberger. Being chased out left. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Here's Roethlisberger. And he's in. Touchdown, Steelers. Xavier Grimble from 13 yards out. And the Steelers have now made this a 1-score game. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Boswell on now to kick this one away. This is taken at his 4. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Atlanta now coming out on the field. And last time wasn't pretty. One play and an interception. We'll see if they can do better.
I want to see if they want to go ahead and throw the ball again now on this drive after what happened on the last one. Throw it on the first play. Give the quarterback some confidence.
See what happens. Jones will come now in motion right. The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. Oh, he's got a little daylight. Devontae Freeman, they're not going to get him. Touchdown, Falcons. Devontae Freeman, his second touchdown of the night, and the Falcons will add on to their lead. And that run massively increased his production in this game, and now he's over 100 yards.
And break out your calculator, partner, because his yards per carry went up significantly, right? Big-time jaunt all the way to the end zone.
And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Now here's Bryant to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Steelers offense now, they head back onto the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked. But you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
They'll give this to Bell running right. And he'll get this one up to the 26. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive.
I got to run to set up the pass. That's how I got to play. That's how you got to play, bro. So this one, run, set up the pass, and that'll be it.
See if they stay on the ground for 2nd down. Roethlisberger will throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Brooks Reed in there to drop him the 7th time tonight. He's gone down. So the sack, and now a 3rd and long situation for the Steelers and Ben Roethlisberger. Now Roethlisberger. And he's got his man, the tight end, McDonald. And he's able to get up here to the 26. The completion good for only 6, and that'll bring up 4th.
That's certainly playing down in distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
I feel like when you do them plays, you just got to control that middle. It's just like you got to account for a lot of space in that middle. But you know what I'm saying, Ziggy? When we play, like, where we be at, where we zone, we
and with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Vic Beasley from his outside linebacker spot, forcing the sack for a loss of 8. And a great spot to start this drive from here. Oh, design run for their wideout. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. It's a good gain of 11, sets them up 1st and goal.
Just keep the ball on the ground. Do a little pounding. Chew up some clock. If they can get it in, that might be enough to get them home. And if not, the clock is definitely their friend.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And this is incomplete.
Now, the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
On second down, Ryan. His throw incomplete. Levine Toilolo, the tight end, his intended target. And it's third down.
All right, Captain. It's batten down the hatches time defensively. Dodged 2 pass attempts to the end zone. Now what do you think they're going to try and dial up on 3rd and goal?
Well, knowing them and knowing what we just seen, I think they're throwing it again, don't you?
I think you have to. I think in this situation, you kind of run out of your running plays.
And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. Bud Dupree in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. And Bryant's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 13. Bryant now, after hitting the field goal, gets set to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Okay, Google. Turn it off.
McDonald, the man in motion. On 1st and 10, it's Roethlisberger escaping the pressure right. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. Roethlisberger got to get his guys to the line as quick as he can. McDonald, the man in motion. From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Deion Jones in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. And the Steelers on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 8. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 3rd down, Roethlisberger buying time to his left. He can... It's loose, and the Falcons grab it. And his guys will take over at the 30-yard line.
Well, that drive wasn't a case of wanting to put points on the board. It was needing having to, and they didn't get it done.
Yeah, didn't get it done, and now you look at the situation and the point differential, 2 scores, pretty much game, set, match.
How about the takeaway, though, huh? How about those defensive guys?
They'll send a receiver here in motion right. And now a 10th carry for Freeman. And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Call it a loss of 6 on the play. And it'll be a 2nd and long. Well, look at this. Ryan's going to throw it. It's caught over the middle. Hooper. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Now hold everything here. We're going to get a timeout by the offense. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. The Falcons on 3rd down. A pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. from the shotgun. Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10 to the 7. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. They'll run here with Freeman. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout. That'll leave them with just one remaining in this fourth quarter of play. Fake to Freeman. Now it's Ryan. Dancing to his left. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked up by the former first-rounder, Artie Burns. Two-score game here in the fourth, and that pick, it kind of keeps the door ajar, doesn't it?
It does, and you wonder about their strategy because with a two-score lead, you would think maybe you're just sitting on it and trying to drain some clock. It's almost like they felt like, hey, we've got a good cushion. We can keep pressing it. It ended up costing them.
Here's a give to Bell running left. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. Second down to the offense, needing 5 yards. One last shot for Roethlisberger. He'll find Juju Smith-Schuster. Charles, we saw a lot of points go up in this one. Certainly defensively, stuff that they can look at on film, don't you think?
No doubt about it. And they've got to go back and check where the errors are, how they're going to fix them, and continue to get better at what they do. But they also need a little adjustment with their confidence. To give up that many points, even if you win a game, that can hurt you.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, and this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out at easports.com. It's a win for the Falcons here as we say so long from Atlanta.
See, you know what I do. He don't. I'm just gonna run. Yeah, especially deep route. But you know what I'm saying? What I'm gonna do is like you say.
Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Yeah, you know I've been ballin'. Every day I'm shot callin'. Make it rain just to let you know I've been ballin'. Yeah, I've been ballin'. Yeah, just to let you know I'm ballin'.
That he be SC.